Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Jamaica versus Guadeloupe in the 2025 CONCACAF Gold Cup Group C Round 2. It's going to be a fun one, hopefully. Can Jamaica win this one? Because if they don't, well, they're more than just in trouble. They're probably out. How pretty will Jamaica's game be? That's the question. I would say more than anything else. Let's see the score. And Esperance de Tunis is ahead of LAFC with 10 minutes to go. Well, ain't that something? Well, there you go. Who's the second place team playing the quarterfinals? Which tournament are you asking for? The second place team in this group will play Canada. Group C, well, the first place of Group B. But Canada, most likely. So either Guatemala or Jamaica will play Canada. I don't think that'll be Panama. At least not the quarters. Jamaica-Panama group. Second place plays Group B's winner, Canada. How we doing, Henry? Starting 11s are as follows. For Jamaica, in goal, we have Andre Blake. The back four, Joel Atibaudiere, Richard King, Ethan Pinnock, Amari Bale. The midfield three, Damari Gray, Dexter Lambixa. We have Jonathan Russell. Front three, Leon Bailey, Warner Brown, and Dwayne Atkinson. For that group of players. For Guadeloupe, we have Bryce Cognard, the back five of Jerome Rusillin. We have Nathaniel Santini, Steve Solvet. We have Dimitri Cavare. We have Zoran Moko, the midfield four of Jordan Laborn. We have Noah Cadieu. We have Anthony Barron, Matthias Peyton, and Thierry Ambrose for Guadeloupe. Embarrassing from LAFC. I agree. Losing to ES Tunis is embarrassing. I agree. For LAFC. Yes. Especially Jamaica. If Jamaica somehow gets through, much more easier than Guatemala, but either way, Canada should win that. Hell, even Panama, but that probably would be the hardest if Panama somehow finished second. But I'd say Jamaica's easier than Guatemala. I'd be a little bit more afraid of Guatemala than Jamaica, and depending on where we play them. I still think this Canada roster is better than 2 years ago Gold Cup. So either way. But who knows? Because Jesse Marsh got set up, it seems like. A CONCACAF official told him where to sit, where he could watch the game. And then they came back and told him, well, no, you can't watch there. Feels like he got set up, and he cursed him out. And honestly, rightfully so. Is it smart to do? No, but it seems like they were jerking him around because he's been talking a lot of shit, frankly. Calling CONCACAF on their shit. Seems like they don't like him and they wanted to set him up. And that's what happened. And they've kicked off this game, but I don't think it'll be bad for this tournament unless he's suspended for the final, really. The players are who actually get it done. I don't think, as long as he could still implement his ideas at training, I mean, does it really matter? I think he got set up. Jamaica has zero team chemistry, but tons of individual spark. Guatemala has team chemistry and a few players with some aura at the moment. Exactly, that's my point. But the manager is absolutely, Steve McLaren's legitimately taken away all their spark. 67 degrees in San Jose, that's crazy. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. They haven't. if Jesse Marsh gets in trouble, that doesn't mean Canada's in trouble. They're not going to get kicked out of this tournament because Jesse Marsh cursed out an official. That's not going to happen. He might get suspended for more than the next game, that's for sure. But do I think that truly matters? At least not until they play Mexico, no. No. But it's not like they stop him from helping them at training and betting in his ideas. I think it's all overblown, and they set him up. They don't like him, and they set him up. I think it's all overblown. Huh. What about beef patty? What about a beef patty, then? 2 minutes in. What about a beef patty? No? Just watch out. They may not have it, though, depending on where you go. Just watch out. They may not have it. 207, headed away. We not have that. Oh, yes. Yes. Good offensive play. We not have that. What? You have Leon Bailey, though. Let me just check. We not have that. What? What? Me say we not have that. What? 59 tomorrow, a little bit of rain. 3 minutes in. Okay. How did Chelsea not destroy this LAFC team? Well, we suck, don't we? We actually suck, turns out. Jamaica eliminated with a loss. Panama win or draw versus Guatemala. So if Panama wins or draws and Jamaica loses, they're out. Guadeloupe is eliminated with a loss and a Guatemala win or draw versus Panama. So if Panama gets a result and Jamaica loses, they're out. If Guatemala gets a result and Guadeloupe loses, Guadeloupe's out. And I guess whoever wins that game, if there is a winner, would move on to the next round. Probably Panama, but, whatever. Because Chelsea is trash. Are the Oilers screwed if Connor McDavid leaves? Yes. Yes, they are. And I think he will. Why are the Brazilian teams showing up this tournament? Because they want to win. That's about your answer. Amazon sucks, bro. Worst job. Well, I mean, I'm sure it is, but hold on. What was that one? What reference South Park made? Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bones. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store. There we go. That was out of left field. I'm not even going to lie. Even more out of left field than my reference to Caribbean food restaurants. I mean, both things are true. I'm not saying they aren't, but either way. So it seems like Miami will go the farthest for MLS. Why do they want to win when this isn't Champions League football? It's pretty much a friendly tournament. Not to the South Americans, not to the North Americans, maybe to the Europeans, but even then they're playing good 11. So is it really a friendly tournament, though? Even the Europeans aren't treating it like that to a certain extent. 6 minutes. But yeah, no. What lineup does Mexico take against Costa Rica? Well, it's for first place. I'm sure they'll take their best 11. I still can't get over the winning team getting $120 million from this tourney, but I heard the players basically get diddly squat from that. Yeah, I know, right? Maybe the MLSPA was right to go after. Oh. Even though they're right, they still go about it the wrong way. Because the MLSPA is so hamstrung, it's not even funny. Either way, so ham-fisted, it's not even funny. It really isn't. It's sad. But either way. Santi, Raul, Montes, Vasquez. Somehow don't play Reyes because, Jesus Christ, he's horrible. And they're actually playing a good team, so I wouldn't play Reyes, but do with that what you will. Ruiz, Chino Huerta, Edson Alvarez, Chino Huerta, and Ruiz, Marcel Ruiz. Raul, I guess Piojo Alvarado in the midfield. Malagon in goal. Oh, yeah, Araujo. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, yeah. Julian Araujo plays. Vasquez put center back with Montes, and then you put eight minutes. But, yeah, they should do that too. Basically, their best 11. The sad thing about Santi is, even though he scored this window, it's just, I don't know what it is with him, frankly. Like, Wazi plays so good in Europe, and he still played well for AC Milan. Not as well as he did for Feyenoord, but was hurt and all that. And Conceição's a freaking head case, but, whatever. Guadeloupe doesn't look so bad. This is going to be ugly. But I agree. I mean, the 4-4-2 isn't a bad idea. Should Mexico put Pineda as their wing? No. Orbelin? No. I don't think Orbelin. No. Orbelin. No. No. Wait. Steve McLaren? What? Why is he? Did he get a red card? He's in the stands. Well, you know what? They may actually be better off then. I don't know. Steve McLaren looks like he got sent off. Ironically, right now, yes. LFC is a joke. What the hell's this performance? It's called, I guess they didn't expect how good ES Tunis would be. I didn't either, but they're the team. They should realize how good they probably are, at least give them the respect they deserve. Cherundolo's a fraud. Turns out Cherundolo is still a fraud. But I guess it really doesn't matter considering he's leaving anyway. Fraud. Playing forward, 11th minute. I would like to see Mexico try 5-3-2 wing backs. Malagon, Gardo Vasquez, Montes, Reyes, Araujo, Edson, Marcel Chavez, Santi Raul. If it doesn't work, then oh well. Well, Vasquez is one of 3 center backs. I guess it's better than nothing. I don't think Reyes should be playing, especially against a team who has some salt, worth some salt, so to speak. I think Reyes is too shaky. Even with America, he's too shaky. I don't think he's that good. The dude's a calamity away from being a joke. Somehow it never happens, especially at club level. I guess Edson covers him up enough, I guess. But hey, at least you didn't put Charlie Rodriguez in there. What an idea. No problems with Gallardo. Frankly, a back four of Vasquez, Montes is the center backs. And Gallardo and Araujo as the outside backs would be really good for Mexico. But Solomon Islands playing forward. Guadeloupe. Cross in. Header. Well, I actually can agree with him there. Raising Cane's is a pretty good restaurant. They do make some good chicken. And fries. Do you know where the Solomon Islands is? I think it's in the Pacific. I think they're an OFC. They're not a Antilles. I know that, or at least not a Atlantic Antilles. They're around like Samoa and Fiji, right? Somewhere around there. I don't see them on my globe. There's one behind the camera. Los Angeles out of Club World Cup. Horrible. 0-1 for ES Tunis. Horrible. I've never tried the cane sauce. Let's put it like that. It's good without it. Because I've ate their chicken without the sauce. It's fine. I've ate their chicken dipping it in ranch. It's fine. Well, it's better than fine, but you get my point. It's good either way. It's not just the one sauce, which I've never tried. I'm not sure exactly what it is because it's orange and I don't. It could just be ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together. It could be that. If it was seafood, I'd probably believe that'd be the case. Because, that actually. But I don't know if that. Well, that doesn't really make sense for chicken. It does for seafood, but it doesn't really make sense for chicken. But either way. Yep, and Sharundalo's a fraud. On the coast of Australia, East Coast. Well, I said OFC, so yeah. Close. I think I was pretty close. In the right area, at least. In the right area. 14th minute, Jamaica. Cleared away by Guadeloupe. Jamaica doesn't look that good. Again. Who knew? I'd give it a chance just to say I did it if I was in LA or California. I don't know if I'd like it per se. Denny Bawonga will take a penalty for LAFC. I think. I'm just watching this. That's a throw-in. My bad. Thought Mob got me fooled. I was looking at their play-by-play thing. I was looking at their whatever it is. LAFC throw-in. No, it wasn't a penalty. My bad. Steve McLaren's watching from the stands. Probably better off. Probably makes Jamaica better off. It's not. No, it's not. Fought Mob was wrong. Because they deserve to. They deserve to be trolling Chelsea. They deserve to. They won. Jamaica actually plays some atrocious football. Good football. We not have that. What? I thought you used to. Not anymore. We just checked. We not have that. I thought you had good football. We just checked. We not have that. But can I have a goal? Do you have any manners? What about your customer service? Nope. What about your customer service? Nope. Can I have a goal? Last minute penalty saved. Well, they were right to do it. Lamau. Penalty saved. It got missed. LAFC sucks. How many does Bayern put past Boca? 3. 3. I don't think Bayern are that good. They're solid, but I don't think they're that good. 3. 3. The way Jamaica's playing. Here comes Guadeloupe going forward. Boca still has a chance to advance if they beat the shit out of Auckland City. And Benfica loses to Bayern. Well, head-to-head's a thing, too. Lamau. Last minute penalty saved. Interesting. It would have been in Edmonton. I don't know. I don't know. Probably, but I don't know. Probably, but I don't know. Oh, so... yeah, because if he got sent off, he'd be probably in... Shot! Off the post! No! No, Jamaica! Off the post by Leon Bailey. He had a run, and he popped it off the post. Oh, my God. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Bayern Boca 2-2, few red cards for sure. You think Mexico should easily beat Saudi Arabia? Well, I had Mexico winning their group. Oh, right. Because I had Saudi Arabia. I would say yes. I mean, Saudi Arabia doesn't look that good. Could go to extra time. Wouldn't shock me if it did. But I think Mexico should beat Saudi Arabia if it ends up being Mexico-Saudi Arabia. And if somehow it ends up being Haiti or Trinidad, they don't have a chance in hell of beating Mexico. So Saudi Arabia has a little bit of a chance. I don't see no. So United States, of course, would play Costa Rica, but that's if Mexico wins their third game. It still could be Costa Rica, Saudi Arabia if Costa Rica wins their third game over Mexico. If it's a draw, it would still be Mexico, but let's all laugh at LAFC. Lol. Troll, lol. Probably. Missed penalty by Denny Mwanga. 90th minute. 90 plus 9. 1-0 ES Tunis over LAFC. Bad. That's a good point. Free kick for Guadeloupe, 21st minute. I didn't think Steve McLaren got sent off, though. He was sitting in the stands. I'm like, dude, you still have a job to do. I want a better view of things. That just basically says you're underrating Guadeloupe, and you still haven't scored yet. You have a job to do. Like, I get it, but the way Jamaica's playing, they are sure not beating Panama, and they would have to, even if they win. If they win today, they have to beat Panama. Either way, because if they beat Panama and Panama beats Guatemala, Jamaica would advance. If Panama loses to Guatemala, Jamaica would still have to beat Panama to knock Panama out. Either way, Guadeloupe, Jamaica has to win tonight and the next game just to advance to the round, the quarterfinal round, which well, I mean, Santi leaving Milan could make sense because that manager, Conceição, was the one who bought him, but I think you should try to play under a new manager. Playing forward, I don't think they would buy him if they were going to keep him or get rid of him. I would say group, I mean, it is 6. Each team has 6 points, but I think Group A, the quality of the football was very strong from any team, from all 4 of the teams. In the end, it still ended up being Mexico, Costa Rica, but it was way closer than you would expect. I would say Group A, weirdly enough. Group B, no, it's Canada and everybody else. It's Canada and everybody else. Group C, I guess you could say since Jamaica and Guatemala are both fighting for second place and Panama might still screw it up, you could say Group C. Group D, hell no. Saudi ain't even that good. But at least they're the ones who'll probably go through. Really, the United States suck too. I'd say it sucks. That's the group of mid. 24th minute. So I'd say Group A. Group A or Group C. Probably Group A. I think the quality of the football and the games were the best out of Group A. Even if, off the crossbar, even if Mexico, Costa Rica still got through after the first 2 games, I still think. I don't think that tells the whole story, personally. Yeah, I would agree with that. Damn. Yeah, the Gold Cup attendances, besides like Vancouver, have been shit across the board. Even the USA games are bad. Like Vancouver, I could arguably see the argument that Vancouver's attendance was probably the best. Like Canada versus Honduras was the best attendance throughout the whole tournament so far. Oh, okay, of course, Mexico's games. Duh. Well, let's not forget Mexico exists. Okay, so no. Besides the Mexico games, because those, okay, by numbers, yeah, they're probably the ones that have the best attendances. But besides that, really, Canada, Honduras was the only other game that had a positive attendance or passable attendance. The Mexico games don't count. They play at big stadiums and they fill them up no matter what, which is part of the problem with the FMF and the national team. When they play in America, they're still going to fill up the stadium no matter where they go. Even in Utah, which I did not think at all would be a good area for the Mexican national team. I did not check the demographics of Utah like I did Charlotte. So I don't know if I'm making an ass on myself or not. But I remember that one time I checked the demographics of Charlotte. I'm like, oh, well, okay, now it makes sense. And I made an ass out of myself, but I haven't checked the demographics of Utah. That still doesn't make sense to me. Even if I did, I still probably wouldn't. Like, Utah? College Station, even though it's a college stadium, I got College Station. I got Texas A&M. It's Texas. I got Kyle Field. It's Texas. Pretty big stadium, too. Like, if they went to Starkville, Mississippi, I'd be like, what? If Mexico went to Starkville, Mississippi, I'd be like, what? Or Oxford, for that matter. I'd be like, what? Especially Starkville, though. I'd be like, what? Nah, that makes no sense. Either way. Because they just don't. But I understand how he feels. LAFC are a bunch of frauds. Well, I mean. So, Group C. I mean, it probably wouldn't be much different. They probably look a little bit better, yeah. If they replaced Jamaica, they'd look a little bit better, yeah. 26th minute, Guadeloupe going forward. Honestly, Guadeloupe's looked like the better team so far. Surprised, too, about Utah. Mexico replace any of the top 3 teams in those groups, do you think Mexico will be looking better? I think they would do better in Group D, yeah. If they were in the U.S.'s spot, they would have done better, and the U.S. would have done worse. Group C, I think Mexico would do better than they are now, but I don't know if they'd be doing better in Canada. Group B, Group C, they would certainly be doing better in Jamaica and Panama. Whoever you replaced. LAFC, as usual, don't win when it matters. Well, they've had a couple of those wins, but it's very rare. It's very rare. Buanga sucked this whole tournament. Hate to say it. No Boca? No, we'll be live for Guatemala, Panama after this game's over, and that's what I'll review. But no, not Boca Bayern, which somebody's going to call me a donkey for that one, I bet. I'm sure. But Gold Cup is getting down to the wire. So, there's only 3 more days of the group stage of the Gold Cup left. Tomorrow, Canada's group. Sunday, A and D finish. Tuesday. So 3 games, 3 match days over 4 days of the Gold Cup group stage left. And then Tuesday, Canada's group and Group B. Group B and C end. Then we have our final 8. Punched away. Of course, we still have 1. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 more group games to go. It's crazy. Doesn't feel like it's been that long. I know it's only 16 teams, but I know there's a knockout stage too. But Gold Cup feels absolutely like it's here and gone. Cross, top of the box. Oh, my God. Nobody was there at all. Like, Gold Cup, want to see what Adidas is cooking up for Mexico. Apparently, they're going to redo the new jersey that got leaked because everyone hates it. Hopefully, it's similar to their Aztec calendar one. If they do that, I will buy it. If they do an Aztec calendar remake jersey that's green, I will buy it. I will buy it. I need a Mexico jersey with a new logo anyway. Well, oh no, didn't they say that actually put the old logo on it anyway? I don't know. Wasn't that the thing that maybe they'd use the old logo on the World Cup jersey next year? Wasn't that a thing? Maybe I'm crazy, but either way, maybe I'm dreaming that out. But either way, well, even if they do, I guess I should buy the maroon one from Copa last year then if I need one with a new logo. Yeah. Like, I mean, it's kind of... I mean, that black and pink jersey is cool. I don't care what you say. That's a cool jersey. But it still has the old logo on it. Which, you know... My OCD doesn't like that. That's a my OCD thing. Doesn't like that. Is it a better logo? Honestly, yes. The old Mexico logo is better, but my OCD doesn't like that I don't have a new Mexico logo jersey. Same thing with the Italy jersey, because, you know, Italy's went through like 2 new crests ever since they've had like 2 different new crests. Yeah. Shot, goal! Oh my! Guadeloupe scores! It is Thierry Ambrose! Guadeloupe 1-0. They've been going for it. I mean, let's be honest. This has been what they've been looking for. Oh my God, Jamaica's not going to the World Cup. Oh my. Honestly, Trinidad or Jamaica, it's got to be either or. Like, I didn't really expect. Well, no, Jamaica's losing to Guadeloupe. At this point, I don't care how bad Trinidad's been. Jamaica. I had higher expectations for Trinidad. It went in. Hold on. Am I getting. But Guadeloupe scores 1-0. Jamaica or Trinidad, but probably Jamaica at this point. "33rd minute. I would say high-quality cheese curds. Like, high-quality cheese curds. Like, you could tell. Like, if you love cheese, you could tell what's high quality and what's not. But, like, high-quality cheese curds, a good bit of stretch, a good bit of... It depends. It's probably more mozzarella, right? But a good saltiness to it, a good stretch a little bit. A good chewiness to it a little bit. Like it melts, but it still chews a little bit, yeah. A good sort of like see-through brown gravy, you know? Not a thick brown gravy, but a little bit runny, see-through brown gravy. Warm fries, steak fries for sure, more likely then. You need to look for them that have steak fries, because those probably work. Those honestly work better for a poutine as well. But high quality cheese, a more see-through brown gravy, and steak fries. And I think, yeah. Of course, that's not. Now, of course, if I had a restaurant that did my personal recipe, you know, like, I would hope there's a couple of things that I want. Like, if I was really famous as a manager or even being a talking head, there's like a Ryan poutine recipe, like a special like NIL Ryan poutine recipe I'd want like stores to sell. And as well, because I heard this earlier today, and this does piss me off, is that Morocco is trying to, how do I put this? They're trying to eradicate the street dogs in Morocco before the World Cup in 2030. And by eradicate, that, you know what that means. And that just pisses me off. That pisses me off. Like, if I had any connections, or I was rich enough or popular enough, I would have a foundation to make sure those street dogs got saved and found a home. Like that. The fact that Morocco just wants to eradicate those street dogs pisses me off. It pisses me off. Like, it pisses me off. It's like Sochi. Like, you remember those, like, the dogs that got adopted out of Sochi during the 2014 Olympics? Sort of like that, you know? I was pissed. When I read that today earlier, that Morocco is planning on, because, I mean, there's a couple of years left, but they were planning on systematically eradicating those street dogs for the World Cup. I was heated. I'm like, that's wrong. Like, getting them off the street, yes. But find a way to find them homes, you know? Whether it's across the world or in the country. whether they're in Morocco or across the world. Got to find a way to find them homes. Killing them because you want a better look for the World Cup is just, that's fucked. I don't care. That's fucked. I don't care what you think. It's fucked that they just want to get rid of them. To me, somebody's got to find a way to save as many of those Moroccan street dogs as they can and find a way to find them homes. That's just what I'll say. But either way, a lot. What's the score? 1-0 Guadeloupe. Real Madrid versus Pachuca. I'll be live for it tomorrow. Now it's 1-0 Guadeloupe. Lol. You should get sacked tonight. Jamaica should refund their fans. That's wild. Well, now. Lol. Guadeloupe's been playing better the whole game so far. Let's be real. Jamaica should be down. I think this is rightful. They should be down. Because Steve McLaren's a damn dinosaur. That's how. They have offensive players out the wazoo. Amazing offensive players. And they choose to play Park the Buffs 2005 level English football. They get what they deserve. If you want to go to the World Cup if you're Jamaica, you better sack McLaren. I don't know what you're going to do besides that, but you might as well hire Craig Butler to be the manager for the World Cup qualifiers. Probably would work much better. I thought the Reggae Boys were good too, but the problem is they're not. Not with McLaren. Because he sucks. McLaren sucks. Troops looks like he wants to cry. He should. I'm just thinking about who going to be the next Jamaica coach. I don't know. I hope you're talking about Morocco's plans. Because as I said, I wish that there was somebody. I wish that there was somebody who could save those street dogs in Morocco and find a way to get them homes across the world, not just in Morocco. Because, I mean, it was like, what? I don't know. Was it 3,000 or 30,000? Either way, that's a lot. And I really wish that I was popular enough and had enough connections and famous enough. If I was famous enough, had enough connections or popular enough, I believe I'd love to have a charity to help those street dogs find homes. Point is, I wish there was a way I could help. But there's not. So, there's not. So, which is sad. Because I wish there was a way I could help. But nobody cares, I guess. Which is sad. But, yeah. I wish there was a way I could help in general, but especially in this situation, but in general. Yeah. JFF will even mess that up. Getting a new manager, yes. Jamaica needs Ted Lasso. Well, it can't be worse, can it? But yeah. But then again, have I said that I think it would be awesome to live on a house on a bunch of land and basically have a farm? I feel like that'd be awesome. 1-1. Oh, finally, good. Jamaica scores 1-1. Leon Bailey with a tap-in. Thank God, finally. 1-1. I can't believe it. 41st minute. Jamaica finally gets the goal. Now you got to get another. if you want any chance to advance. Oh, look, Steve McLaren's back on the touchline. Oh, you realize shit got serious. Okay. Well, just rolls it past the defender. You realize shit got serious. Unfair. Unfair. Yes. He's played, 100-something games with Jamaica? He's played for Jamaica for like 10 years. And he's over 23. Yeah, no, there's no way. Leon Bailey. Oh, they're checking it. So, yeah, no, there's no way. Unfair. I mean, hey, there's still... The USA does need a goalkeeper, though. Matt Freese hadn't done much. Are they trying to say this was offside anyway? I mean, no, I don't see it. I don't see it. It shouldn't be called back, but who knows? I mean, if the U.S. won one called back, this shouldn't be called back, right? Shouldn't be called back. Shouldn't be called back. The goal stands. I thought so. I didn't see no offside there. Maybe a player further forward, but he didn't even touch the ball. Wasn't even going near him. So, one also messing with a goalie. Wasn't interfering with a goalie either. So, no. He didn't go full Sam Bennett into Conyard. Let the goal stand. The game needs it. They did. Yes, I'm still salty about Sam Bennett injuring Anthony Stolarz. How'd you ask? Or how'd you know? How'd you know? Yes, I'm still salty. I'm still salty. As I've said, the Leafs-Panthers series was the real Stanley Cup final. It was the real Stanley Cup final. And the Leafs lost because Anthony Stolarz got injured by Sam Bennett. I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it. I don't know if I'll ever be. I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad night. I don't drink, but that doesn't sound like a bad night. I don't know how I'm not an alcoholic, actually. With all the shit that I'm a fan of, I should be an alcoholic now, by now. But I'm not. Straight edge. Even through the darkest days, this fire burns. Yeah. Okay, a couple of glasses of Moscato on New Year's Eve, but who does that hurt? 364 days of 365. I'm straight edge. I mean, besides a couple of glasses of Moscato a year on freaking New Year's Eve, but I'm in my house anyway. I'm in my house anyway, so. 45th minute. Should have had a Pepsi can. Of course she did. Self-mark. Coca-Cola is better than Pepsi, especially in the can. Like, Pepsi can has like a tin aftertaste. Like, it doesn't... Out of the bottle, it's fine. At a restaurant, it's fine. I can drink Pepsi, but out of a can, there's just like a weird metal aftertaste. That I like had that happen once in like grade 6. I'm like, that's weird. Like, got a can of Pepsi at like a school thing. Yeah, there was like a character building like thing. Like, you got like basically paper slips for doing good things, for being a good student. Like, they called them coupons. And we got to spend those coupons on things every like Friday during junior high. So like grade 6, I got a lot of them. So there was cans of soda there, and I bought a can of Pepsi, took it home, and then put it in my fridge. Drank it, had like a metal aftertaste, and I never drank a can of Pepsi ever again. 4 minutes to stop time. Never did. I normally spent those coupons on like iTunes gift cards. Normally. Or like iTunes gift card raffles, I should say. And then I won them almost a lot, to be real. And then Spotify became a thing, so it was useless. And then Spotify became a thing. It was useless. Yeah, Baja Blast is awesome. Which is weird because that's a Pepsi drink as well, and that can doesn't have a metal aftertaste, so I don't understand it. Speaking of, Code Red as well. So it may have just been that can. I don't know. I don't want to find out. Because you would think Pepsi drinks are made at the same factory, and I've drank a lot of Code Red cans and a lot of Baja Blast cans. So you would think that's not a problem, but I don't know. Maybe it was just that one can, that like one box. But once I get stuck on something, I get stuck on something. So, whatever. McDonald's Sprite is undefeated. Well, you're right, but I'd rather drink a Coke. Oh, I have a couple of those. I love Mexican Coke. They sell those glass bottles because the glass bottles, They sell the Mexican bottles up here. I love those. Actual real sugar. Lovely. You only can find them in certain stores, but only 4-packs too, which piss me off, but whatever. Like, they're so good. Why are they only 4-packs? Like, come on. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. I think he lets her run wild, but she's a self-mark. He makes her money, I guess. Or she makes him money. But I'm fine with Taco Bell. 48th minute. Over the top. Like, I'm fine with Taco Bell. Like, I mean, I do like more authentic Mexican food, but I'll eat Taco Bell. Header! What? Goal! 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 Jamaica! Take the lead! A header! 2-1! Right before the end of the half. Russell heads it in, and Jamaica leads Guadeloupe. Crisis may be averted. Still have to play 45 minutes. Yeah, I know about kombucha. I don't know if I want to try it. On Jamaica. Listen to the stream while cleaning. Jamaica's actually winning. What's going on? This can't be real. It's Guadeloupe. They better be winning. I don't care how bad that dinosaur is. They should be beating Guadeloupe. Now, the problem is he's still going to be the coach for World Cup qualifying. You might be screwed. I don't care how easy your group is. You might be screwed. Amarillo by morning, up from San Antonio. Everything that I got is just what I got on. When that sun is high in the Texas sky, I'll be bucking it to county fair. Amarillo by morning, Amarillo, I'll be there. Halftime, 2-1 Jamaica. They'll probably score an own goal soon. Probably. Wouldn't shock me, but for now, crisis averted. For now, crisis averted. You still got to beat Panama. That's not happening. I guess Jamaica, Panama be the game I go live for that group, probably. But what about Guatemala versus... Basically, I think that'll be an unadvertised double. Let's be real. That part of the day on Tuesday for Group C will probably be an unadvertised double. We'll probably say Jamaica versus Panama. But hey, YouTube TV has those multi-views. So probably both games will be on my TV screen. And, well, there you go. Besides, we're not. The Canada games are the later one. The Canada game's the later one. So that's the one we'll be reviewing. maybe I'll keep the multi-view up for that one as well, even though Canada. But the Canada game doesn't matter. It matters to me. It matters to me. But you thought I was going to not do the Canada game? But with that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight. 2-1 Jamaica. We'll be back. We're back for the stats of the half. My bad. I didn't even notice that. Oh, that's those two. Okay. I'll handle that later. Now you're messing me up. Either way. With that being said, stats of the half. 55% possession and 45% possession. 5 shots to 6. We have 3 shots on goal to 2. 164 accurate passes, 80% to 134, 77%. 6 fouls to 5. 4 corners to 1. We have 5 shots to 6. Again, 3 shots on goal to 2. 205 passes to 174. 80% pass accuracy to 77. 13 throws to 7. 0 offside to 0. 1 yellow card to 1. 0 red card, 0. 2-1 Jamaica. Guadeloupe was better for most of the half. Jamaica still gets 2 goals. Was it pretty? No. You know, it wasn't pretty for Jamaica, but they at least have the lead, which is good for them. They have to win this game to have any chance to advance, even if they're not mathematically eliminated. I'm not sure. I'll look at the schedule as it is, and we'll find out together, I guess. There you go. I mean, Wales is a pretty big country comparatively. That's interesting. Oh, Kazakhstan. Oh, yeah. Well, known for Borat. That's about it. Known for Borat, and that's about it. What was it again? Curacao, Canada tomorrow. Honduras, El Salvador. Not what we're covering. We have Curacao, Canada, Monterey, River Plate, double live, double review tomorrow. That's it. Very nice. Yeah, there we go. Very nice. Very nice. Something like that. Very nice. I'm not sure. I don't run CONMEBOL. September 4 showing on FIFA page. I mean, 2 weeks into the Prem season is... Second half about to start. Why are they dropping prediction of qualifier as they are after 2 months? Well, I don't predict stuff till the tournament starts. So, because things can change. Yes. Ha! I... Waiting for the second half to start. I mean, yeah, the Nations League in UEFA doesn't make any... It was a meme about Jackson's for Chelsea's heat map, like from the sideline to midfield back to the sideline, because he got a red card 5 minutes into his sub appearance. That was what's funny. Laugh at the pain, I guess. Because he was on, then he was off. It's true. It's funny because it's true. Laughing at the pain, so it doesn't hurt. Riverhounds is a USL team, yes. Second half about to start. Miami FC USL Championship. Bill Hamid is our goalkeeper. Cedric Alexander just showed up on TNA, yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit surprised. LAFC lost to Tunis. That shocks me. That shocked me that they were out that way. Like losing to Flamengo, sure. But Tunis? No, and it makes me worry about Chelsea. Chelsea might lose. I don't know. I wouldn't say they might lose to Tunis, but who knows? Who knows? Maybe they'll duck Bayern Munich. I don't know. Kind of suck, though, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Watching Lexington versus Colorado Springs on ESPN. Well, that's cool. 45th minute. We're off in the second half. 2-1 Jamaica. 45th minute. Bayern and Boca hasn't started yet. Loki want to see a Savannah Bananas game. Fine. The names of all the Pittsburgh Riverhounds goalkeepers. You have Ben Martino, Jacob Randolph, and Eric Dick. It's funny because Eric's last name is Dick, I guess. I mean, the other two aren't, so, well, I don't know. Weird. 47th minute throw in. A little embarrassing for MLS. I agree. How did LAFC lose to Tunis? 1-0. That's how. Do you think Leon could have beat? Yeah, I think so. But then again, they lost to Ottawa that last time, so I don't know. Who knows? Honestly, I've barely watched the Riverhounds play. Atkinson's off for Anderson for Jamaica. No relation. WWE are streaming the Canelo fight on YouTube. I thought they were streaming the, the press conference, but not the fight. But if they're streaming the fight on YouTube, shit, I'll watch it for free. Well, if I'm not busy, which I probably will be, so. Agreed. Honestly. But James shouldn't have went after Messi in Argentina, saying FIFA protected Messi and helped them win the Copa. Idiot. As in, James is the idiot. Laughing at all these Chelsea memes to not feel pain. 48th minute, 2-1 Jamaica. Oh, yeah. Well, Triple A, but WWE owns him. He'll get called up, won't he? See if the Blue Jays have gotten any closer to Chicago. Still 7-0. Two 2-1. Pachuca's trash too. I mean, Salzburg's a fast team. '49th minute, 2-1. What's the Bugs Life joke? I don't. Playing forward. Bugs Life. They should bring back Pro Rel just so Cancun FC are in the Liga MX and they can make the Champions Cup one day. A Toronto Cancun Champions Cup tie would be nice. It would be real nice. Give me a reason to go back to Playa del Carmen. You won't. Give me a reason to go back to Playa del Carmen. You won't. Won't you? How could LAFC get to the next round of their group? They can't. They're out. 0 points. They're done. They'll play their final game, but they're done. It'll be for full circle for you. I like the River Plate kit. Yeah, it's kind of nice. I'm starting to, I won't lie, I'm starting to like the new Adidas template for this year, and I guess next year in MLS. Like the front panel with like the small, what's the word? Like the small color, like border on the front panel that goes in between the sleeves and the panel. Like what Real Madrid's wearing. Like I like that. I like it. I actually am starting to like it. I would prefer MLS just to wait. Does that mean the World Cup template is the one they're wearing at the Club World Cup? And Steve McLaren's still watching the match from the stands. 52nd minute. No. Well, place up, yeah. Flamengo would still have 6 points. ES Tunis played Chelsea. So somebody has to win. Well, there could be a draw, but both teams can't lose. And by the way, it's head-to-head. So even if Tunis were to lose, well, they lost to Chelsea anyway. So no, they'll probably still be 4th place. 52nd minute. So there you go. Like, Germany without Adidas is weird. I'll say that much. Flamengo has moved on to the quarterfinals or the round of 16 of the Club World Cup because of LAFC losing. Oh, I get it, because Bayern hasn't played yet. Benfica only had 4 points. 53rd minute. Yellow card, 54th minute. Well, good. Finally, there's one of them. Finally, there's a game that's filled up at the Club World Cup or the Gold Cup. Finally, thank God. Well, Miami did, though. Well, that's true. Miami. It's been a little bit. There we go. 55th minute. It's about to start. Free kick for Guadeloupe. Do you not think World Cup qualifiers should be short, like 10 matches? Save. I mean, yeah. I honestly like the way CONCACAF did World Cup qualifying for this World Cup. I liked it. 3 rounds, only 2 years. And really, it wasn't really just 2 years. It was March and June of last year, and then June, September, October, November of this year. It didn't take much. Like, that's only 4, 5, 6 windows for World Cup qualifiers in CONCACAF. That was amazing. Is Pachuca done? We'll see. Tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, Sunday, we'll be live for the Real Madrid Pachuca game. Be funny if Pachuca beat Real Madrid. It's possible. After the Al Hilal thing, it's possible. I wouldn't say Pachuca's done. They could beat Madrid and then get some off Al Hilal, and then they could advance. Madrid could smash Pachuca. Maybe. Possible. We'll find out together. Here's the thing, though. Madrid didn't smash Al Hilal. I mean, the thing about Pachuca is they're a Cantera club. Like, Pachuca is known for the Cantera. That's the thing about Pachuca, so it doesn't surprise me. Pachuca is known to be next man up, grow from their Cantera, and then there you go, and succeed. Yeah, they buy players to supplement, but 57th minute. But again, their mentality is next man up. Always sort of seems to be that. But, yeah. Boca Juniors fans are so loud, lovely, as always. Playing forward, 58th minute, Guadeloupe on the ball. Jamaica leads 2-1. Guadeloupe still has their moments, and they could have one here. So far, it looks like danger averted by Jamaica, but crisis averted. But right now, they're definitely trying to get themselves right back into it. Which MLS team would you say is the Cantera club of the league? I would say not Toronto, definitely. Their academy sucks, especially when the players actually play for us. I would say Seattle's starting to become one. Columbus is a big one, I would say. Red Bull was like the first team to have a really good academy. I would say Red Bull. Seattle's getting there. Seattle's trying. Their academy's starting to bear fruit. FC Dallas. They also have a very good academy. But Red Bull, Columbus, Seattle, Red Bull, Columbus, Seattle, Dallas, one of those four, I think would be the best candidates for that. So, no, because head-to-head matters, turns out. Head-to-head is actually the first, I just learned this. Head-to-head is the first, head-to-head points is the first tiebreaker of the group stage. So, LAFC has 0 points against Chelsea. Chelsea plays Tunis, so one of them has to, it's either 1 point or 0 for one of them. LAFC lost to Tunis as well, so they have 0 points against Tunis. So even if Chelsea and Tunis were to draw and LAFC were somehow to win, they still wouldn't go upwards because that would still only be 3 points. And if somebody was on 3 points, they still beat LAFC. So in the end, head-to-head would still have a team above them. They cannot get above third place. If head-to-head wasn't the first tiebreaker, they could, but even then, I don't know why they made it that way, but they did. Feton got a yellow card for Guadeloupe. I don't know why they made it that way, but they did. Oh. 61st minute. Free kick for Jamaica. '61st minute. '62nd minute. Could Tunis go to the next round and beat Chelsea? I don't think Chelsea. Oh, yeah. I don't think Chelsea loses to Tunis. I really don't. Maybe I'm being hopeful, but I don't think I think Chelsea still wins that match and still goes through. '63rd minute. 2-1 Jamaica. Jamaica. What have been the best 3 goals of the Club World Cup? Messi's free kick, number 1. Brian Gonzalez's free kick for Pachuca. And even though Chelsea lost, I still say Neto's run earlier today. That was a good goal. That was a really good goal, even though Chelsea lost. But Messi's free kick. Bayern Olympico. Really already? playing forward. 2-1. Olise scored for Bayern Munich over Boca Juniors. 1-0. Okay, no, that just became it. No, that just did it. That just became number 3. Yeah. Olympico always drop ball. So, yeah, Neto, you're out. Olise, Messi, Brian Gonzalez, free kick. There you go. Yep, you're right. Exactly. Yep, Olise goal. Goal check? Are you kidding me? Oh, they check all of them. But either way. Yeah, no, if it stands, no, yeah. That takes out Neto. Easy. Easy. But Gonzalez's free kick, they lost, and that's still one of the goals of the tournament. And Messi's free kick against Porto. Boom. Ref's checking VAR for a foul. It was an Olympico. What are we? Play resumes. It counts. They say play resumes. Can't really follow these damn play-by-play things. No goal. No goal. Okay, so welcome back. Do you think Mexico's making the final? I mean, yeah, I would say so. Seen better Olympico goals, but sure. All of them are awesome, though. So, guess Spot Mob's heavily behind. 66th minute. Harry Kane's got that look in his eye, hat trick incoming. Well, hopefully, for his sake. Playing forward. Nabry fouled Marchesine. Well, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense. It didn't stand. 0-0. Nabry fouled Marchesine. Well, that makes sense. '67th minute, 2-1 Jamaica. That's awesome. Sold cars, refinance homes to come to the tournament. Boca better go far. Well, for their sake, they better. You're right. That's for the love of the game. For the love of the game. For the love of the game. You love to see it. It's all for money. You're wrong. I like the Club World Cup. Playing forward. I like the Club World Cup. I don't look at it from a Euro style point of view. I like it. Is it a money grab? Yes, but everything's a money grab. Like everything to a certain extent is a money grab. Your favorite movie is a money grab. A big box office blockbuster people want to see is a money grab. A sports game's a money grab. A new tournament's a money grab. A freaking CD's a money grab, especially if you're popular. You're just mad MLS. Well, no, Miami won. So. You know, like, I mean, you could say that you could say that the Copa and Euros are better, but those are long-standing tournaments. Like, World Cup's a longer-standing tournament, of course. That doesn't feel like a cash grab, but to a certain extent, that is cruel. But who knows? Maybe PSG. Maybe PSG will find a way to win. Who knows? (2-1) Jamaica, 70th minute. LAFC had just lost hope. I just wish MLS would expand to 5 DPs. That's all each team needs, a solid core of players. The rest just fill in. Or get rid of the salary cap, or really hire it anyway. Like $100 million salary cap for the league per team. Every team can go up to that cap, or the cap should be $100 million, like the NHL. Like, how about we just have a $100 million cap, and we let the teams allocate their money like so, under that cap, and let LTIR be a thing. Like, get rid of all the roster rules, have a $100 million cap if we're going to have a cap, and just go from there. If we don't have a cap, well, there you go. But no more roster rules. Let's just get rid of the cap or raise it to $100 million. Something like that. Either way. Seattle did way better, got the toughest group. Seattle, yes. LAFC, no. They should have beat Tunis. I say no. Auckland City for sure. Urawa, yeah. Ulsan Hyundai, yep. Pachuca, they can still get out of the group. Cross in, they can still get out of the group. I still have faith. But four of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, four of those 6 teams did. 2 of those, one of them screwed it all up themselves. They lost to a team they shouldn't have. And I still have some faith in one of the other ones. So, do that what you will. Yep. 72nd minute. Saying that MLS should do 5 DPs is saying that you're fine with the rules, just a little bit less strong, you know? A little bit less tight. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. Get rid of the rules. Don't untighten them just a bit. (73rd minute). Could they beat RB Salzburg, Real Madrid, and Al Hilal? Wonder how Columbus would have did. I think they would have beat Salzburg. I think they would have beat Madrid. Well, okay, not beat Madrid, but they would have gave Madrid a fight and beat Al Hilal. I think they would have got out of it. Columbus would have got out of it, yeah. But we'll see. (73rd minute), 2-1. I misspoke. I meant give Madrid a fight. My bad. I corrected myself. Harry Kane, he scored. Good for him. Harry Kane gets a goal. 1-0 for Bayern Munich. Harry Kane. Finally gets a goal at the Club World Cup because he didn't get one against Auckland City, which is honestly sad. It's one. It's one. But in the end, though, this Madrid team does suck, though. Let's just be real. This Real Madrid team does suck, though. Let's be real. Wouldn't shock me if Pachuca could beat them or get a result off of them. Wouldn't shock me at all. They probably won't, but it wouldn't shock me. This Madrid team sucks. They shouldn't, if they're as good with the players they have on their roster, they shouldn't have drawn Al Hilal, and they did. Trent can't defend. It's like they didn't fix up any of the holes. Well, okay, fair enough. They did get Dean Huishin. They got him, so they got a center back. Trent wasn't a hole. Other than that, midfield, not yet at least. That'd be cool. If Arsenal took Red Bull Salzburg's spot, how do you think Arsenal would have done in this tournament? They would have got out of the group. Pachuca would have never had a chance in hell. Well, Pachuca lost to Salzburg, though. We thought they had a chance in hell because of Salzburg, and then they lost. But at least Gonzalez scored the free kick. That would have never happened against Arsenal. Arsenal would have... Well, no, they probably would have beat Real Madrid in that group as well. I mean, they've already done it twice this year. I don't think they would have given it away is my point. I don't think they would have given that free kick away. If they did, yeah, Gonzalez might have scored it. I don't think they would have given it away like Salzburg did is my point. I think Arsenal is very much more disciplined. But if it happened, yeah, he would have probably scored it, but I don't know if he would have scored it. No, because they got in so late they couldn't play in LA at all, which I think was part of their problem. Miami got to play the city of Miami. Seattle got to play all three of their games at their own stadium. LAFC had to go Atlanta, Nashville, and Philly. Something like that. That sucks. They had to go to the East Coast. They couldn't even play in LA after the playoff, which is just sad. I say go to the game. I say go to the game. I say go to the game. '77th minute. If it was the playoffs, maybe I'd. It's a regular season game. Doesn't deserve all the bells and whistles. That's a me thing. Free kick for Guadeloupe. It's a regular season game. It doesn't deserve all the bells and whistles that a playoff game does. My opinion. Enjoy the game. I certainly won't be. Over the bar. I didn't see it either, so I can't tell you. You mean Alawalense? You mean Alawalense? Corner for Guadeloupe, 78th minute. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. It's a regular season game, is what I said. I like your passion. I think a playoff game would be better served if it was. But as I said, I'm not sure. And when you said, hold on, and no, as I said, 79th minute. Ten minutes to go. I think they'll try to beat him wide. Well, you know what? I think Miami's going to get a result. They're going to go out there for a result. If they win, they win. If they lose, they lose. Oh, yeah, that would suck. I just realized. That would suck if you're Miami. Winning the group, now you get PSG because of it. That would suck. That would suck. Go from it's like the reverse Chelsea. Maybe they should draw the match. Maybe they should draw the match just so they end up finishing second and then play Botafogo instead of PSG. Sounds good to me. I mean, you know, maybe they should just draw the match. That'd be enough. Mirval and Arcante coming on for Guadeloupe, 81st minute. '81st minute. Wait. Oh, yeah, Leagues Cup. Oh, yeah, Leagues Cup's midweek this year. Oh, yeah, and MLS still plays. I don't know if I like this new format, or at least that part of it. And Andre Blake is down. That would suck. Mirval's on. Andre Blake is walking up, so that's good news. Because this channel, one, is a football channel. Second of all, I'm a Leafs fan, not an Edmonton fan. The Leafs took their ass whooping a month ago. The Leafs took their ass whooping a month ago. I'm not an Edmonton fan. I'm a Leafs fan. And I wasn't trying. I was saying, I was calling it like I see it. Football channel. Yeah. Probably, sadly. Like, yeah, I wanted Edmonton to win, but it's not like I'm an Edmonton fan. The Leafs took their ass kicking a month ago. How would Forge do with the Club World Cup? Probably would get their ass kicked. Probably not as bad as Auckland, but close. I won't be that delusional. At this point, Toronto would get their ass kicked in there. Yeah. Probably not as bad as Auckland, but who knows? Playing for it is Jamaica. blocked. Maybe. Floor, ice. Probably should just do floor so I don't make myself look like an asshole. I can roller skate. Ice skating? Probably could figure that out, but probably floor. Fair enough. Yeah, Connor McDavid. I wouldn't say he's overrated. Florida's just Florida, but I call it like I see it. I don't think McLaren's a good coach. I thought Hall Grimson was better. I thought Jamaica would do better with a coach that I think Jamaica will do better with a coach who's more attacking, who actually helps the attacking players that they have unlock their potential. But that's just my opinion. And yeah, I know the World Juniors and World Championships went bad for Canada, but not the Four Nations face-off. And the Nations League went bad. We'll see how the Gold Cup goes. Basketball, we're probably delusional to think we're good, but either way. I'll call it like I see it. If you don't like it, that's fine. That's your prerogative. I'll call it like I see it. Why does the crowd have to be in silence every time the away team score? Because it's the away team. Except for like the away fans. Probably solidly, actually. Well, that's true. Still wanted to play for the Leafs. Indiana. The Pacers will win Game 7. Let's go, Halaban. Let's go, Halaban. Come on, Indiana. Come on, Indiana. Because they didn't really play that well. They couldn't score a penalty. They didn't play as good as I thought they would. I think they underestimated them. It's fine for fans to do it, but the team should. 87th minute. Exactly. Everybody winning their game in TNT just in the mud. Well, Jamaica winning is what they should be doing, and even then, wasn't the most pretty game. Guadeloupe definitely had their moments, but at least Jamaica got the winning score. Well, I should say they're leading right now. If this holds, they would win. But if they didn't, well, I don't know. At least I'd be with y'all. I only have like 2 screens. Fair enough. Because I don't like the way OKC plays. I feel like they foul bait. Like, yeah, Shaw's a Canadian national, but Pascal Siakam plays for the Pacers. Pascal used to play for the Raptors. So I'd go either way and make it work. But I don't like the way OKC plays. I think they foul bait. I think they flop a lot. I think they're definitely, and the referees just let it happen. The referees let them foul bait. The referees let them flop and give them their fouls. I just don't like the way they play. Like, yeah, Shaw's a Canadian international. Good for him. I root for him when he plays for Canada, but he doesn't do it as much. He doesn't foul bait as much on Canadians team, on the Canada team. He doesn't foul bait as much on the Canada team. So he does for OKC, though. So either way. And I don't feel like I'm disrespecting Jamaica. Again, I'm just calling it like I see it. But I can't make everybody happy. I can't make everybody happy. If you take it as if it's disrespectful to you, I guess it is. And I don't mean to be. If it sounds like it, I guess it does. I don't mean to be. I just call it like I see it. Sometimes I'm harsh. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But other than that, if Jamaica is struggling versus Guadeloupe, I won't be shocked if they fail to qualify for the World Cup. I hope Trinidad qualify like they did for 2006. I'd be happy to see Trinidad make it. Save Andre Blake. They did. And then they didn't really do well the other games. 1-0 Bayern. Yep. That was part of the problem. 8 minutes of stoppage time. And Seattle got to play at their own stadium. And Miami got to play in Miami. And at least in Atlanta as well. Fair. True. It was better. I mean, it was better than most formats. I think the NBA All-Star Game, the problem with is they don't care. They like to make shots and not play defense. I think it's very it's a freaking parade pretty much. Like no matter what format you play it as, header blocked away. The NBA All-Star Game is a parade. It's a party where they let you basically do a shoot around. There's no defense. Like they'll dunk, they'll throw up threes, but there's no defense, even with a new format. It's like the NHL All-Star Game. The NHL All-Star Game honestly sucked for the past 7 to 10 years. And then they did the Four Nations face-off, and that was genius. Four Nations was amazing because they actually cared. The problem is they don't care when it comes to the All-Star Game. There's nothing to it. Which is sort of why I want MLS to make the All-Star Game count for something. Like who hosts the Leagues Cup Final, which country hosts the Leagues Cup Final, or something like that. Because All-Star Games have to mean something. The only All-Star Game that sort of works with nothing meaning anything is MLB, but you really can't mess with baseball. That's the problem. Like baseball is baseball. Header! Guadeloupe ties it up! 92nd minute! Blumain, offside, and he gets a yellow card for jawing at the ref. So, no, it's not tied up. We'll see. It's possible. Good. It's better than All-Star Game. Fair enough. Bayern leads Boca 1-0. Panama winning next, probably. The new format will be USA versus the world. I don't think the USA has a team to beat the world. Well, if you put the best world players in the NBA against the USA, you might be right. But then you look at the Olympics, well, no, the USA won that. The USA won the Olympics. They didn't win the World Cup, but they didn't really send a good team. Looks like it'll still be 2-1. Like, in theory, I think you might be right, considering if you put all the best players around the world on that are all-stars on a world team against the U.S. players, you might be right. But them all apart, it doesn't really work out. But yeah, if you put Jokic and Giannis, RJ Barrett, Shea, Siakam, if you put them all together, you know what? You might be right. You might be right. You might be right. But it'd be funny if it would just end up being the Canadian national team with a couple other players. Because, I mean, I'd say right now, personally, the Canadian basketball national team, I'm not saying they're going to win. Over the USA every time, but they can. What would be cool is if Scotty Barnes picks Jamaica, if he ends up on Team World instead of Team USA, if the NBA recognizes that. Because Scotty Barnes could play for Jamaica. They say he's trying to. So I would hope the NBA recognizes that. It would kind of be weird to see a Toronto Raptors player play on Team USA. It really would. I know it's about their actual nationalities, but it would be kind of weird. So the good thing about Scotty is he could play for Jamaica. He's trying. You have RJ Barrett. Pirtle. Now if Lowry and DeRozan come back for one more year, well, but Panama. I know, I'm just saying, I was thinking about it for a second. I know you're talking about the All-Star game format. I think it might matter a little bit more. And yeah, I think the international team could beat the USA team if you put all the best players together. I think the problem with international basketball is that as a tournament is that the USA has the best players, and then you spread around Jokic and Giannis and the Canadians and other players. If they're all together, it is 2-1. The goal didn't count. So if you put them all together, yeah. Well, I mean, playing at home and losing to PSG is probably not as good as playing on the road and having a chance against Botafogo. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Yeah, 97th minute corner. I would agree with that. Maybe I'll be live for the World Baseball Classic next spring. I don't know. We'll see if I do any World Baseball Classic games. Playing forward. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I'm glad it turned into a respectful discussion. Playing forward, Cephas. Cephas, shot. Oh, lets it overrun. But you know what? I'm glad we could turn it positive. Salute. I'm glad we could turn it positive. See, that's what we should do is discuss our differences. See, I love that. We should discuss our differences. We would understand each other better. Even if we don't agree, we can understand each other better. And I think that's part of the problem. If I'm being real, I think part of the problem with the world is we don't understand our differences. We don't talk to each other. We don't listen. We just write things off. If you disagree, screw you. And then I think listening to each other is a good thing. Header. Here's a chance. Oh! Nah, he got that. 98th minute. So I like that. Baseball Classic's cool. Randy Arozarena magic. I love those moments. Panama new dress like Germany. 99th minute. But again, I'm glad we could talk it out. Feels good. That'll be full. Well, hold on. No, we're still going. Mississippi State will never win anything. Shot save will never win anything. But Hail State, thank God Dak Prescott made us relevant. And yes, I'll do some state games this fall like I normally do. Hopefully we win more than 2 games. Yeah, no. Probably not. Over the bar. It's not too pretty right now. I miss Mike Leach. That was the worst thing to happen. He's new. He doesn't know. You know, he's new, BKL. He doesn't know. I miss Mike Leach. That's the worst thing that happened to Mississippi State is Mike Leach dying. If he didn't die, we'd be good. And then we flipped our whole system and then went back to the air raid, and then now we have to build it back up. Genius. And it's 2-1 win for Jamaica. They're still alive going into the final day. See, I don't understand that because I could have just rooted for Alabama. See, here's my problem with that. If I wanted to celebrate something in college football and college sports, I could have just rooted for Alabama. See? I could just bandwagon Bama. Or LSU if I was being less shameless. You know? But I know State won't win anything. And I'm delusional to think they will. And whenever I'm able to be delusional again, I'll be happy. Other than that, well, at least we have the baseball world championship, or the national championship, I should say. At least we have that. And the basketball team's somewhat good, right? Until we get to March Madness. And Dak Prescott's still a thing. So. I love Georgia. Mike Leach and Hal Mummy, the boss is the air raid machine. Rest in peace, Mike. Yep. I'm okay with Georgia. Figured. Yeah. Yeah, BKL's a Georgia fan too. I do bandwagon Notre Dame, though. Reasons. Good reasons, but reasons nonetheless. I have a soft spot for Notre Dame. Good reasons, though, nonetheless. Well, at least they won. Sometimes you just don't got to ask. You just got to be like, okay, we won. Good. Sometimes you just got to let it be. With that being said, we got to move on to the next stream. So with that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send chats on live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with the family. All that great stuff. I will see you before 9 o'clock for Guatemala versus Panama. And we'll review that game once it's over. So, meaningful game in Group C. Yes, there we go. Okay. With that being said, sit tight, be back. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. See ya. I don't like to admit it, but he will. Go to hell, Ole Miss. But he's already taken them places, but I'm sure they'll win at some point if he stays. I'm not looking forward to it at all. My dad might. I'm not. My dad might be looking forward to it. I'm not. I'm not looking forward to Ole Miss winning under Lane Kiffin because I know it'll happen at some point. They'll stop bottling it. My dad will look forward to it. I'm not. He doesn't understand. I do. He doesn't understand the Egg Bowl, the rivalry. I do. But either way. So. He'll be fine with it. I won't. I was just saying he doesn't understand. With that being said, He'll probably be happy when Ole Miss wins. I won't. He was happy when they won the baseball title the year after State won it. I wasn't. So, either way. With that being said, we'll be back. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you.